Hey everybody, and welcome to another Learn to Digitize video. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery and OML Digitizing, and I'm happy to have my voice back. So welcome. Today we are working in Hatch, of course. Hatch is one of my favorite things, and we are talking about images and good and bad images to use. Now I know a lot of people do use the auto digitizing, and chances are you find it doesn't work. I will be doing some videos on auto digitizing, and here's kind of the first hint towards it. You have to use the proper image for digitizing, and I'm just going to take you quickly through what looks good and what doesn't, and what will be good for your auto, even if you partially auto digitize. Again, I would prefer that everyone manually digitize. However, Hatch really does a good job of the auto digitizing. Just don't completely rely on it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, so let's talk about pictures. And all I did to bring in the picture is up here, artwork, and you find the designs that you want and you bring it in. Now this guy looks pretty good, right? He doesn't look too bad. Let's check the size because that's the first thing you do. He's a little bit big, so we can make him a bit smaller. But before we do, I want to show you why he's not going to be a good candidate for auto digitizing. Perfect candidate for manual digitizing, but look, if we zoom in, look how pixelated that is. Let's go especially up on his antennas. And look how that is. And the auto digitizer is going to have a really hard time with that. Look at all the pixelation. So you can try making it a little bit smaller and see how that's going to work. And I just clicked on it and brought it down, and you can see right there the dimensions of it. Let's put them down to 4. Well, that looks a little bit better, but it's still not quite what we want. It's still pixelated. Yuck, we don't really want it. So let's look at something a little bit better. Now this one is a little bit better. It's a high quality image that I got, I think, from Shutterstock maybe. One of those. And when you zoom in, yeah, there's a little bit of pixelation, but nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near what the other one had. So let's click again, get the arrow going the right way. 10 by 9, that's pretty big, so let's make this guy smaller and pull him up here, and then let's also have a look. Yeah, it's about the same. This would be fine, and this is a really good image to work with. So that one's on the medium end. Let's look at this one. And this guy, first of all, he's really small, and that's a really good sign that your image is not going to work. Because look, this one is, click again, 2 by 2-ish, which, I mean, small design, I guess you wouldn't be able to get all the detail in. So let's, the first rule too, I should have said right at the beginning, digitize at the size that you want your final design to be. It doesn't have to be exact, because of course on this one we have some white space around the design, but get it pretty close. Because if I was doing this in 2 by 2, I would probably do it in run stitches because nothing else is going to work. So if I was making this 5 by 5, now I would be able to do flat stitches and maybe some fancy stitches here. But let's zoom in. See, that's going to be difficult. You see, it looks pretty good, but when you zoom in and you look and you see all this pixelation, yeah, that's not going to work for auto digitizing. That'll be fine, however, for any other work that you want. And just remember to bring it to the size that you want. We're going to use the K key for a shortcut to lock it down. All I did was press the K key, and look, there is your lock. And if you want to toggle the artwork on and off if you're working, it's just simply the D key. And I find that really handy. I'm not too big on keyboard shortcuts, but I'm trying here. So D is the shortcut. So those are examples of pictures that you might want to use for digitizing, and good ones and bad ones here inside Hatch embroidery software.